Anti-Afro-Svengalis. People, listen, there has been a major development that I need to talk to you about. Remember I told you all to come here for the truth? To be sure you check in, because I was going to make sure I gave you the 411, the accurate information, no rumors, no unnecessary drama. You are going to get facts. I have to take the time to thank everyone who continues to support this channel. You give support to the mission, to anti-fraud warriors, individually, collectively, whether or not you want to adopt the term anti-fraud warrior. You know what we're talking about. I have to give you some clarity about what's happening. There are right now 4 different legal enforcement actions open right now. And when I say open, it's not that, oh, a complaint has been filed and we're looking into it. No, these situations are active, open investigations, and it has been determined that law violations have occurred. It's been determined. It has been absolutely in writing, has been stated. Now let me clarify, because I know I'm giving a lot more detail than I have before. This absolutely is related to Umar Johnson and other situations. I'm not going to say whether it's specifically Umar Johnson or related. That's something I'm not going to say at this point. So what we have agreed, when I say we, over the last several days, I have been speaking to several other, I'll just say anti-fraud warriors. And my question was, raising my hand, how do you categorize this development? Because this development has been kind of snowballing over the last, I'd say 3 or 4 days. And everyone else that was talking unequivocally stated the development is major. I just wanted to see what everybody else would say. I agree. So it's kind of, I want to say convoluted. So this situation, and we had no idea that this situation, and it's not the situation that I talked to you about 3 weeks ago, which is still ongoing after that breakthrough, that is rolling on through its process. I had a little bit of an update, but not a significant one, so I'm not going to address that one at this point. So the one that had the major update, this situation here has many different parts to it, several different parts. The beauty of it is you will not have to wait for me to come back on and do a video before you know about at least 2 of these outcomes. You are going to know. It is going to be obvious. It is going to spread like wildfire. And I'm not exaggerating. You are going to know before I can get on here and record a video, people. There'll be live streams about it because I don't do live streams. So you're not going to be denied the outcome. When I say outcome, it's going to be at least 2 outcomes, and that will not be all of it. And I'm telling you, that's going to be coming in the, I don't want to be, I don't know what to say. I don't want to exaggerate. It could come at any second, so that we're not having any confusion about what I just stated. The statement that I just made isn't something that's coming from the person or people who have been impacted. the statement that I made is coming from the authorities who have specifically stated this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. It's just a matter of procedure as to the specific timeline. So it's not anything that the parties involved are dictating. It's the people who have the authority to carry it out. They're the ones that are saying this is going to happen. If you're making up lies on people, and it's absolutely, totally, complete lies, and it's very obvious those are lies, and it's calculated, and it's verified as lies, there are severe consequences for that. And let me tell you something. Every state has different laws. And it's just going to depend, because laws across states can be more or less severe. It's not always going to be a statute is going to be applied, let's say, on a federal level. Although it could be, there can be a decision to charge or address an issue according to a state statute. It's a decision that I guess law enforcement is going to get together and decide how they're going to handle it. I'm giving an example. This may or may not apply. So let me explain something to you. How would I know about something like this? Number one, it could relate to me. Number two, it could relate to someone that I'm very close to and I have firsthand knowledge about. Number three, I could have been contacted. Number four, I could have been interviewed. There could have been any number of scenarios. I won't verify either of the scenarios that I just gave you, but I will tell you I do have firsthand knowledge of what occurred. And it's not just one piece of a situation. Multiple things happened. And it's very serious. This is not a game, people. This is not fun and games. So if people think that you can just open up your mouth and talk and say what you want and make up lies about people and think there won't be severe consequences, you can't be any more severely mistaken. I mean, to a degree that I can't even articulate, because people are simply not getting it. And if people don't get it, they're the ones that are going to have to face the consequences. The other thing you have to keep in mind is this. It isn't something that it would be, for example, I'm just using me because I'm talking. It's not my decision. I'm not the one that makes up statutes, and I don't pass laws. I'm not sitting on a bench. So if I don't like something, that is not going to matter if that doesn't match up with some regulation or some law. If you don't like something, tough. If it doesn't match up with some sort of regulation or law that can be enforced, no one's going to give a hoot. Not going to matter. But if you don't like something and you have the evidence and it's easy for everybody to see and it's persistent and it's over time and it's violating the law and it's very clear and you can point to statutes, that's another story. And someone else or other entities are weighing in and they're bringing in information that perhaps we weren't even aware of. It's piling on. Remember I stated before, you never know what came before your experience with the situation. Don't ever assume You're the only one that has encountered madness with an individual or a group. Do you think at whatever age you are, you encounter a situation that's so bizarre? Do you really think that would be the only time that situation manifests itself? I'd say in our much younger years, possibly, but not as we become older. And I would venture to say by the time you get probably into first and second grade, behavior is already repetitive, people. Patterns, habits, routines start to become essentially necessities. And when I say necessities, if it's something that's done enough to an individual in their mind, they consider it a necessity. It may as well be because it feels like that, because they're not able to stop. Hence the warning, the adviso that I kept registering: let people talk. Let people continue to do what they do. Do not respond. I want to make sure that you're aware that what I'm saying to you, what I'm bringing to you, that is not even the whole scenario about what's happening. And the other part about it is, this is not a circumstance. And again, I'm not saying it's related to me. Everything is not related to me. I'm just coming on here, relaying a situation. You're going to soon find out. You will soon find out. And when the scenario presents itself, that is when we will be in the position to tell you the backstory. And by the way, this has been going on. Let me give you the timeline for this. This has been going on for, let me see how long this has been going on. At least, when I say going on, when the multiple agencies got involved. I would say, when I say going on, when agencies started, I'll just come out, it's an investigation, at least 4 to 5 months. And during that time, there were multiple emails exchanged about this, including emails from law enforcement. I want to make sure I'm clear about what I'm saying. I'm stating there were emails exchanged with law enforcement. I am not stating who those exchanges were with. This is no joke. This is not playing around. This is not trying to get views. I mean, what the hell? I'm not even monetized. You all know that, right? Why is it so hard to believe that a person is simply not interested in going through whatever monetization or super chats? It just doesn't appeal to me. The whole process just doesn't appeal to me. I like to deliver information. I like to keep you all updated. I'm dedicated to the mission. It's a noble mission. We will continue. I'm going to give you the goods. But for this particular stage, to this situation, you're not going to have to wait for me to deliver on these particular outcomes. There will be other outcomes in addition to the ones that are forthcoming. And if there are other things happening in the interim, I will for sure let you know. And I do feel bad because I keep saying I'm going to put the review up for the Derek Chauvin case, but then stuff keeps coming up. I'm just putting the finishing touches on that review. I think you're going to like it. In the meantime, you know the drill. Buyer beware.